What's up, boys? It's the Dual Factory once again with another video, and in today's video we have a Dragunity deck profile. Spoiler alert, this is not my list. This is actually Phoenix Air Flare's list, but he is a Dragunity god, so we went ahead and went with it. We just also got the new Dragunity Knight Romulus, so that's why I kind of wanted to show you guys his deck profile. That, and I've had all this stuff foiled out sitting in my binder for God knows how long, and I finally have a reason to play it, so I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys today. Before we start, just to remind you guys, don't forget to check out the X2 Drop podcast that we have every Monday. Uploads on Buzzsprout, uploads on iTunes, Google Play, and it also uploads to Bingo HD's channel and my channel. Regrettably, it does show up later on my channel, but that's because he forgets to upload, but we won't hate him that much for it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. If you've watched any of Phoenix Flare streams, you already know the list, but it opens combo 80% of the time, and we like that, so 3 copies of Senatus. For those of you who don't know what he does, more or less he's the replacement for Dragunity Ducks, which is really scary because we're not playing Ducks in this list. But you can discard a Dragunity card, it doesn't have to be a tuner, and it can equip any Dragunity tuner from the deck. But the turn that you activate that effect, you can only special summon dragons from the extra deck, which is completely fine because every single card in your extra deck is dragon, so it fits requirements perfectly. We are playing 2 copies of Dragunity Arma Mistletoe. Some people play 3. I want to bump it up to 3 in this list, but for now it's at 2 because 2 of these together don't do anything, but you still want to see the card. But we also got Tempest of Dragon Ruler Storms back, so we can search it with that card too. So that's one thing to keep in mind, but this just lets you end on a bigger combo. For the tuners, we play 3 copies of Phalanx. This has been a Dragunity staple since the deck's come out. And then we also play 3 copies of the new Dragunity Koos. For those of you who don't know what he is, he does more or less the same thing Phalanx does. But this has the benefit of when it's being used to synchro summon for a Dragon Synchro, it's treated as a level 4 tuner. So it gives you access to Dragunity Knight Barca, which is more or less Soul Charge in your extra deck. And with the Guard Dragons, the card just becomes insane, so you want to max out on those copies. And that's it for the actual Dragunity cards in the main deck. For the supporting cast, we play 2 copies of Destroyer of the Lost Dragon's Frisian. Shout out to Bingo HD. I forgot my supers, but he had basic rares on standby for shout out for minimum rare deck profiles. But more or less you play it because you can turn it into a level 4 or lower dragon for Guard Dragon plays. And it's also a Dragon Extender. 1 copy of Garuda the Wind Spirit. You can search it off of Dragunity Knight Gudurge. You have to forgive me, all their names sound retarded. But you can search it off of Gudurge if you need an extender, if you already have Zephyros the Elite, or if you have like Tempest in hand. 1 copy of aforementioned Zephyros the Elite for combo. 1 copy of Red Med Staple Dragon card for Dragunity since its inception. This card's insane. If it goes, I'm going to be really sad, but whatever. 1 copy of Morphage Sloth. You want something to summon off Heretic Dragon Seal of Heavenly Spheres, other than just vanilla dragons. And this one says your opponent can't summon from the extra deck, so I thought it was a shoo-in. And then, my favorite card. Tempest Dragon Ruler Storms. I got one of my 4 favorite cards back, and I'm super excited. And it does a lot for the deck. It's a generic dragon extender that can summon itself by just banishing any 2 dragons. If it's banished, it can search any wind dragons, so it can search Phalanx and Arma Mistletoe. It can search Koos. I mean, the card itself is insane, and the fact that we have it back, at least 1 copy, still baffles me, which means Konami's thinking of maybe releasing the other 3, but for now we just have 1, and I'll accept it for now. So that's it for the actual monsters in the deck. For the spell cards, we play 3 copies of Dragon Ravine. This card is now searchable through Romulus, so now you have Terraforming in your extra deck, as Bingo pointed out to me earlier, and that's insane. But for those of you who doesn't know what its secondary effect is, you can discard and add any level 4 or lower Dragunity card from your deck, so this can search Senatus. We are playing 1 copy of Oracle of Zephyra. Note, I have the same problem as Phoenix Flare. I do not actually own a copy of Gateway at Chaos because I never wanted to spend the money on it. So I'm playing Oracle of Zephyr, which is a dangerous game to play because someone could just be playing Zephyr Pendulum and then they just dug you on you and you lose. But more or less you play to facilitate set rotation. 1 copy of Terraforming. It's really sad to see it go to 1, but it's understandable. And 1 copy of set rotation. Then on for your turbo card. Shout out to Triff. 3 copies of Cards of Consonance. You play 8 tuners in the deck. Remember, you can discard Distributor with this card, so that's pretty cool. Only because I have ulti first sets of these is Into the Void. It's just more cards that have potential to see and you get you your combo. 1 copy of Upstart Goblin because Patrick Hovan was the man. 3 copies of Called by the Grave. You want your combo to resolve. There's no other explanation on that one. 2 copies of Dragunity Divine Lance. It's an extender. It's searchable through Romulus, and it makes all of your 3-card combos with Romulus, not 2-card combos. So that's really good. Also, a lot of people forget if a Dragunity monster is equipped with this, it's unaffected by trap cards. So I have people at our local slip mirror forces and stuff like that all the time. So it's going to be really funny when they realize that. But shout out to them. And then 1 of extenders or starter cards. You have 1 Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial. This also has the utility of sending Tempest to your graveyard, so that's pretty cool. Gold Sark, if you like to sack your opponent. And then 1 copy of Ward Legacy Guard Dragon. I forgot my copy at home, so shout out to Bango, or I wouldn't be able to do this profile right now. And that is the main deck. It is 40. And I just threw cards on the ground. Anyway, on to the extra deck. 1 of the new Dragunity Synchros, Dragunity Knight Ascalon. For those of you who don't know what it is the only level 10 Dragunity Synchro, and it is a Dark Arm that banishes, and it's 3,300, so you only make this card going second. 2 cards that just recently went up in value. 2 copies of Dragunity Knight Barca. So for those of you who don't know what it does, it's a level 8 Synchro that had no purpose in the original builds because what were you going to do with like 5 level 2 tuners on the field? So you weren't really going to do anything. But now we have Guard Dragons and Master Rule 4. So this is Soul Charge for Guard Dragon plays. So more or less whenever it's Synchro Summoned, you get to equip every single Dragon Tune in your graveyard possible to it. And that's really cool. So there are those. 1 copy of Dragunity Knight Gadurge. This is what you summon off of Argapane and Dragunity specifically that allows you to combo. You used to be able to do a bunch of cool plays where you could recycle it. But since we're summoning it off of Argapane, it's no longer being properly Synchro Summoned, so we don't do that. The strangest part of the deck to me, but it's understandable now, is we only play 1 copy of Adriana. This used to be a 3 of, like, without a doubt, because it was the best Dragunity Knight to play, but now since we have Master of 4 and Barca, he goes to 1. And that's it for the Dragunity Synchros. On to the other 2, we play 2 copy of Crystal Wing, copy of Warlord Savage. Shoutouts for minimal rating it because I forgot my copy of Crystal Wing. But you make these in your combo as your forms of negation, so that's why they're there. You also play a copy of number 38. Again, another form of negation you play. On to your Link monsters. We play Dragunity Knight Romulus. This is the new Link monster that just got released out of Rising Rampage. For those of you who don't know what it does, it's a Link 2 that requires either 2 Dragon and or Wing Beast type monsters. And its effect is when it's Link summoned, you can add a copy of Dragon Ravine or Dragunity Knight Divine Lance, or as any Dragunity card, actually. Yeah, 1 Dragon Ravine or 1 Dragunity Spell or Trap card. And then it has another effect. If it has a Dragon monster summoned from the extra deck to a zone this card points to, you can special summon 1 Dragon or Wing Beast monster from your hand in defense position, but for the rest of the turn, its effects, if any, are negated. And it cannot be used as a Link material. You're never going to use that effect unless you're in some really niche situation. But it searches lands and it searches Ravine, so that's all you need to know. On to the actual Guard Dragons themselves. We play 1 Pisty, 1 LP, and 1 Argapane. You go into all 3 of these in the combo. Most people by now know what Guard Dragon combos do, so I'm not going to explain what each card does, but you need to play those. 1 copy of Heretics Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. This is what you end on, and it can also summon the Amorphage Sloth out of your deck. I have not actually made this card yet, but I also could be screwing up the combo, but we're playing 1 copy of Triangle Dragon. All I know is when I was watching him play, he linked into this to bring back Barca to make 38, because you need the extra level 8. But I'm almost positive you don't need to play it, but I could be wrong on that one. And then 1 copy of Saryuja Skoldred, because you need a generic link to go into at some point in the combo. And if you open Arm Lemistotane, I'm pretty sure with your regular 2-card combo, you get the draw 4 effect off this card. But that was the Dragunity deck profile post Rising Rampage. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You're going to see this on my channel. You're going to see this on Bingo HD's channel. Shout out to Minimum Rarity on his end. Note, don't forget to go check out the X2 Drop Show every Monday. It's on my channel, it's on his channel, it's on Google Play, iTunes. I've already went through that, but I'm just repeating myself at this point. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.